sense. If you don't make use of your cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata, you can never understand or to succeed talk more of when we talk about freedom fight. Yes, brothers and sisters and lovers of freedom all over the world, today as a Sunday, we are welcoming our brothers and sisters from all over the world, those that especially has been dismayed or been misinformed on the formidability of the Biafran Brgie activities. We are informing them from the Department of Military, Biafran Republic, government in exile, to understand that not in mega. We are very, very formidable. And at the same time, we would like to let everyone, if you can hear me, to understand that in war, what you call dulcem bellum akpachis, you have what you call negative and positive propaganda. You have negative and positive propaganda. Because when a negative propulsor speaks against the positive propulsor, you sum it together pari passu. When a positive propulsor speaks against the negative political propulsor, all summarize in interest, and the duo are also summarized in what you call raison d'etat and legitimacy and illegitimacy. What am I trying to let our people to understand today? What I'm trying to let our people to understand today is that in war, you use many tactics in order to make sure that you win. But what is very, very important is legitimacy contraposed on illegitimacy. That is, in our Biafran lingua franca, kedu onye ji ofo n'ogu? Kedu onye ji ofo n'ogu? N'ihe a niile a na-akọ, kedu onye ji ofo n'ogu? Asị n'ihi na asị na ofo n'ogu bụ ihe anyị ji aga. N'ihe niile a na-akọ, kedu onye ji ofo bịa jidezi ogu? Ngozi Orabaeze ji ofo bịa jide ogu. Dịka anyị si eme ihe bụ ndị Igbo, ọ nwaanyị na-awa ọjị. Onye nwaanyị na-awa ọjị. Ajụjụ ka nna ajụ ndị Igbo, ọ bụrụ nna n'ihe na-ekwu wenye n'aka enu. Ọ bụrụ na nna n'ihe na-ekwu wenye n'aka enu, ka mba ụwa amalụ na-ejizi okwu Igbo ekwu ihe na-eme na mba ụwa. Ndị ọcha na-anụkwu Igbo. Ọ bụrụ nna n'ihe na-ekwu wenye n'aka unu enu. Ọ nwaanyị na-awa ọjị n'ihe gbasara mba ndị isi ojii. Unu mana Madam Ngozi Orabaeze na mgbe anyị nọ na Laiti n'obodo Finland, na o nwere mgbe o luru asịra na-abịa ịwa ọjị, onye nwoke weta ọjị gosi ọfọ, onye nwoke yi suit na-aga ọfọ. Ndị ahụhụ ndị anọcha na Amerịka, akwa onye okenye o weta ọjị ọgosi ọfọ niile a na-eyuzu English na-aga ọfọ. O mesi ihe ahụ, ọ sị ka e weta ọfọ ahụ bunye mmadụ. O nwere ka o si bụrụ ọfọ ahụ. O nwere ike bụ na Sibelius Hall, Presidential Hall, Kanu mee ihe ahụ. Then o chetazie that nwaanyị ada ewelu ọjị. O nwere ka o si mee omume n'ihi na ọ ghọtara ihe na-aga anọ. Then Ngozi Orabaeze ga-ahata ọjị. Unu ma na nwaanyị ada hata ọjị. Ihe mee ha ji gbado mgbọrọgwụ ihe gbasara ihe na-eme na mba Afrịka na omenala anyị na Afrịka bụ ihe ga-enyere anyị aka ka anyị mee gịnị? Ka anyị ghọta mgbe ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ na-agaghị ụzọ n'ihe gbasara ụzọ nwere onwe anyị na-ekwokwu ya. O nwere ihe nwoke ga-eme, ọ bịa nwekwazili ihe nwaanyị ga-eme. Nwoke adịrị amụ nwa, ma nwoke na-atụnye ime. Ihe onye ọ na-atụnye ime bụ nwaanyị. Nwaanyị bụ afọ ime mụọ nwa ahụ. Ma na mgbe ọbụla nwoke bidozi na-emezi ka nwaanyị, mana ọma ntụnwe ime, ọma mbunwe afọ ime, ịma na mmiri abago na gịnị opi ụgbọgọrọ. Brothers and sisters and lovers of freedom, I was trying to rephrase on what is going to help us to understand that we should not be listening to any form of propaganda and distraction, especially when we are at the phase of the war. As we are talking today, let us take it to what happened barely 3 days ago between the Eastern Europe, or what you call the Europe, and the American bloc, in the persons of the leader of United States of America and the leader of one of the Eastern bloc, Russia, the former USSR, Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, today known as the Federation of Russia or Russian Federation. The duo, respectively, as I said before, America and Russia, surprised the entire universe by their meeting, their prompt meeting in the United States of America. And when you watch, because I want us who understood the value of education, what you call potestatis educationem, to understand the true configuration, when leaders are giving us a sign, when leaders are giving us a sign, especially from Europe, when leaders give us sign, especially from Europe, we should be able to understand the sign and therefore make the necessary amendada. When the leaders are giving us sign from Europe, when I say Europe, it does not mean the European continent. It means the conglomerate or combination between the Odierno Europe and the America. When you see Europe, I mean, when you see any movement, especially presidential movement from Europe and America, as I said before, Europe and America are the same. You see any strange movement between the axis of East Europe or from Europe and America, know you that it is an opportunity for we to do what, to study that thing and immediately do what? See the need to amend our own ways. I said, and I reiterate at the same arco temporalis, that nobody ever thought that America will make that such invitation. Nobody ever thought that with the actuality of happenings in Russia, that Russian president is going to wholeheartedly submit himself to the territory of America. And then we have a kind of talk or a kind of meet. It's really surprising to the world. It's really surprising to the world. But for those that understand how politics works, it is not a surprising something. Because in politics, real politics, I'm not talking about corrupt politics, there is no permanent enemy, neither permanent friend. But what you have is permanent interest. You have to tell me, what is the interest of America contraposed to the interests of ex-USSR. That is what we call Eastern Europe. What are their interests? Now, it does not only end in that. You should also contemplate at the same arco temporalis, at the same time, on what should have triggered these people that has been in loggerhead, socio-politically speaking, right from and before 1940s, after the death of Christ. What has triggered them? And since then, they have never had this kind of meat, especially after the fall of the regime of Lenin and Stalin, when you had the maximization of communism contraposed to, to capitalism, because you have communism and you have capitalism. American bloc is classified as capitalistic bloc, while the USSR is classified as communist bloc. Since then, there are many things that happen in the history that even led to the fall of Berlin Wall. I'm talking about from 1939 till today. There was something that made the Eastern Bloc to dismember, starting from the fall of Berlin Wall and to the unification of Germany, then to the dismemberment of the Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, then till the time of President Vladimir Putin. There is something that happened. I know that many historians, or those that must have come across history in their university career, must have come across such accord during the time of President Truman, President Gorbachev, and host of others, on what that has to do with the integration of Balkanic zones, historically speaking. And that thing has led to the fact that there is less cooperation between the NATO and the Eastern Bloc of Europe. In fact, as we are speaking, the Federation of Russia, what you call Russian Federation, is not part of North Atlantic Treaty Organization, otherwise abbreviated as NATO. Russia is not yet part of that. That is a point. Now, upon that fact, you should reason on this fact by asking yourself question on sociology. Why did Russian Federation met with the United States of America, although it's not a member of NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, in this time, 2025, barely 3 days ago? Why did that happen? That is to tell you that politics is not being managed by emotion. Politics is never managed by emotion, but it is managed by principle, a well-laid principle. What that made this possible is because, don't even think that it was because of Donald Trump as a person, but it was because, or it is because, there are many intellectuals that understood the accord that led to the dismemberment of USSR by the same American government in collaboration with the European government, what we call the SICA, European Community of Steel, SICA. And there were many clauses that were being left that supposed to be respected by the dual parts, by Europe, the place you call European Union today, and by the former Soviet Union. And as at that time, the place like Ukraine was not part of European Union. Okay? So, this is classified to the doctrine that you call Pacta Sunt Servanda. In Igbo language, in Biafran language, it means n'ihe ahụ ekwekọrịtara bụ ihe ga-eme na na-akpa akpa tupu alahụ n'ute. Ihe ahụ ekwuru n'ihe a ka a ga-eme. But today, the president you had, I am coming in the place you call Ukraine, for the fact that he did not understand the history. He was just an actor. He failed by his government allowing the violation of that pact. He failed by that. That is the reason why Donald Trump, at the first meeting in this second tenure of Donald Trump, told verbatim President Volodymyr Zelensky that he shouldn't have taken that shit from Obama. Obama means Obama administration, Obama's administration. I speak politically. Our people should understand that we are at the time of international politics or international relations. Our people need to understand why certain bodies that we are expecting to help us do behave in this way, because today this is the thing is very, very clear on the table that the Biafrans are of the opinion in dual level, in the sense of who is going to support, who's supposed to support Biafra in a better way. Is it America or is it Russia? Many people are using emotion by saying, APM, you don't know what you're doing, or you know, the other person, you don't know what you're doing. Let us reroute. Let us take it to Russia. Let us take it. Oh my goodness. Or some people said that there is no need for us to be making use of lobbyists. But today, you are seeing the president of Russia going to the president of America, and they all shook hands together. The president of Russia was highly respected in the soil of America, precisely in Alaska or at Alaska, very near to the boundary between the North America and the beginning of Russia. That is a long story. You see them respecting each other to the extent that President Putin did not even want to be in his own presidential convoy, but chose to be in the same vehicle with President of America, Donald J. Trump. In the same vehicle, what is he showing? There is no permanent enmity in politics, but there is permanent interest. The last question should be, what is that interest? That interest, I cannot say it now because of some reserved reasons. There is a permanent interest from the axis, and that is the reason and why we should be more matured. We Biafrans, we should follow our government, and I have been saying it. I'm not reminding to anybody. Follow our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that instructed Simon Ekpa to create the government in exile, and Simon Ekpa did it verbatim. Before Nnamdi Kanu instructed Simon Ekpa to do that, he instructed the DOS, but the DOS was corrupt. And he lastly instructed Simon Ekpa as an emissary to go and do something that will make us to be recognized. That is the creation of a government in exile. Simon Ekpa went and activated through the instruction given to him by His Excellency Nnamdi Kanu. He did that. when he gave the instruction, there was a group that was entrusted onto, which was the group of Onyise. And they went. By the time they understood the meaning of somebody or a group being the guarantor of a government in exile, they started disobeying Mazi Simon Ekpa while he was here freely speaking with us. They converted it to one Nigerianism and to Ohaneze Ndigboism and to the People's Club of Nigerianism. They started doing things that went contrary to the ideology for the realization of a government in exile that is credible and representable and presentable in the future at the Assembly of the United Nations. Because what we're doing here is to create a kind of directories or platform that is going to make us to be presentable at the United Nations General Assembly. Do or does Biafrans know that there are still other stands that we're supposed to reach? Brgie is not the last stance that we're supposed to reach for our recognition. There is another step. Another 2 steps are remaining. But I'm promising you people today, I'm telling you, academically speaking, that there is nothing that the devil can do. We must reach the remaining 2 levels. But I'm not going to say the remaining 2 levels here. But I want to let our people to understand that they should not be listening to gossip or pranks or to any form of negative propaganda. But they should be able to understand what is going on at the same particular time, at the same time to understand the processes legally incurred or occurred when you are indulging in self-determination of people, especially as we have reached the level of recognition. The likes of Onyise did not do exactly what Nnamdi Kanu wanted, because they took the advantage of the fact that they thought that Nnamdi Kanu, for that kidnap and extraordinary rendition, that probably he must have been defeated. But to their surprise, they didn't know that there are many, branches that Nnamdi Kanu created. Thanks to the revelation from the spirits and from that of international relations and politics, for the right for self-determination, those branches that will activate and reactivate by the time the envoy number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and etc., fails to activate and to do the necessary, another one will activate. Before you know it, if that one fails, another one will activate, another one will still activate, and another one will activate in continuum till Biafra is recognized. That's why Simon Ekpa activated the other button and called Ogechkunkere to come and take over the mantle of the registration of that particular foundation that will make us to be recognized as a starting point. Because this was what was being denied from Ojukwu. Because I didn't mean that they allowed Ojukwu to create a government in exile. Not that they did not want him to create, but he was sabotaged. We were seeing the French people. We were even seeing, as at that time, the USSR sabotaging. You were also seeing the Arab world. So you are seeing the British people sabotaging. Because of the conglomerate of sabotage, some people failed into this prank, and they did not go or they did not went to do what? To register the government in exile. Dr. Ibiam noticed about that very lately. That's why he behaved the same he behaved by taking back his knighthood and his titles that the Queen of England gave to him, British Queen, and he gave it back to him. Even his baptismal name, Francis Akanu Ibiam, was given back to the British Buckingham Palace at the peak of the Biafran war, Nigerian Biafran war, because he said, "You cannot be deceiving me by telling me that I am a Christian And you are bringing development to me while I relax, believing in you. But from the back, you send the terrorists to be killing my people. That is not acceptable. That is EFIK-IBIBIO for you. You can make the research and see what he did during that time. Now, taking it straight to what is happening today. Ogechukwu Nkere, Honorable Ogechukwu Nkere, did exactly what our leader said, instructed that he should do through Mazi Simon Ekpa, the creation of a government in exile that shall serve for multi-purpose, for our recognition, for an alibi, for the stipulation of the Biafran Charter that was deprived from Ojukwu. Ogechukwu Nkere did it. That's why you talk about Biafran Charter. Before you talk about bylaw, there was the Biafran Charter. If what I'm saying is right, I want you to thumb up. I repeat, if what I'm saying is right, I want you to thumb up. If not, I know you are not following. How many people are following? Thank you, Augustine. I have to go ahead because this is a message that I must drop. This is a message that I must drop in this time before I will go back to the barracks. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm trying to recall the minds of our people on the reason why they should focus, because there are many prankers and pranks. I am trying to sound it categorically clear to our people that even though there shall be a kind of a break for a week, that does not stop the victory of Biafra. Because practically speaking, there was a time Ojukwu was advised to leave the territory, and he flew from the axis of Ebonyi State towards the territory known as Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, to be precise. But did that deter the proliferation and the proclamation of Biafra? No. The proclamation for the declaration of Biafra, did it stop it? The answer is no. I am trying to let our people to understand that if you know that you are right in what you are doing, there is no need for you to be having shake, according to the Amazonians. For the fact you know you are right in what you're doing, that this is your right, according to Article 7 of European Union law, according to Article 20.123 of African Union Charter, according to the US law, Charter of the United Nations, Article 50s and the Quinquis, and Article 1, Paragraph 2 of the Charter of the United Nations, and of the Jus Cogens, you as a people that feel to be liberated, to be under one government and under one command, have the right to your self-determination. So it is not something that will make you to be disconsolated, to be depressed because you had some propaganda, or even it is real. No, you don't have to do that. Our people should be very, very matured. Let me go back to what I was saying before, because I have like 10 minutes to give this particular message before another person will take on the lead. I am trying to let our people to understand that Ogechukwu Nkere, the acting Prime Minister of Biafra Republic government in exile, did exactly what Simon Ekpa instructed him to do, the Biafran spokesperson as at then, who is the disciple of Nnamdi Kanu, and at the same time the spokesperson to the Biafrans, because we were looking for legitimacy. He did exactly. He went and registered that according to the law of the United States of America, not according to the law of Biafra. Because Biafra is not yet a sovereign state. As we are talking today is the 17th day of August 2025. It's exactly 23 minutes after the 15th hour, after 3. And it is 1 hour above the time anywhere you can find yourself, either in the night or in the day. That is how the meridian, longitude and latitude functions. That is the truth. Ogechukwu Nkere did exactly what Nnamdi Kanu wanted, which is differentiated from the likes of Onyinse. He even brought his building, one of his business buildings in Maryland, and gave us a reference point as an office where any government who wants to make verification will go and ascertain with her or his site as the Biafran headquarters in the United States of America, Washington, D.C. district. Is there any other person among those that are criticizing him that are living in America that can challenge that? That can bring one of their buildings, I'm saying, not the personal building, one of their buildings to dedicate since 2022, when Brgie was registered by him, Ogechukwu Nkere, as a Biafran cornerstone for recognition, for the formation of the Biafran government, for the formation of Biafran Prime Minister, for the formation of the Biafran referendum, for the formation of the Biafran websites, for the formation of all the subsidiaries, including the Biafran CRC, Conflict Resolution Commission, or committee, not even commission, committee. That was the last that came. Without Ogechukwu Nkere, you wouldn't have the government. I speak as an intellectual. I don't speak as an ordinary freedom fighter. I speak as an intellectual. Our people should understand that instead of fighting against somebody that obeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instruction by Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister, instead of fighting against him through gossip and uncertainties, you better support. Because as we are talking, let us take it to the level that is less intellectual. Who is that person that they accused? I want you to, I'm asking this question. Biafrans, Brgie members, lovers of freedom. Who is that person that they're accusing that went and removed the names of people from the book of registration? Who is that person that they are accusing? The answer is Ogechukwu Nkere. They accuse him of going to remove the names of some people. They even accuse him of removing the name of Prime Minister. Then they also accuse him of inserting or incorporating the name of the likes of a woman that was called secretary. Maybe Nnamdi, something like Nnamdi, if I'm not making a mistake. Although I don't make mistake in political stance. And at the same time, they accuse him of removing the likes of Nnamdi, feminine gender, and putting another person's name, a Biafran, that is called Amobi. I don't know the surname. Then I am asking you people, what power does this man have to put and to remove names of people that he likes or that he dislikes? If what I'm saying is sensible, can you give me a thumb up? Either negative thumb up or positive thumb up. I want us to be flowing in the spirit of understanding. If you're hearing what I'm saying. Is there anybody there? Okay, I'm seeing the thumb up. Yes. If you like, even give me thumb down. Give me thumb down if you like. Biafrans, I cannot fancy forbidden fruit of fashion and faiths. Yes, I want us to, yes, I want us, brothers and sisters, to be very, very focused and understand that the level we are now is the level that if you understand the rules, definitely it will lead you through. If you understand the rules, you will see that all these people that are fighting against our acting prime minister, they are wrong, because the only power they have is to be blabbing on social media. That is the only power they have. Apart from that, they have no other power. But Ogechukwu Nkere had the power to undo them, because this is government, real government. Let me tell you again, for those that used to follow some sycophants that came to Europe through a place you call Duruku, through the northern part of the zoo. Then they went to a place you call Nigeri Republic. From there to Chad Republic, to Mountain Hogan. From there, they went to a place you called Serenaica and Tripolitania, Saba and the Tripolis. From there, many things happened. Then they found themselves at the shore of Mediterranean. Before they crossed the Mediterranean Sea, they did many, many negative things. And when they reached the shore of Europe, they were being, don't be annoyed, this is freedom fight, and this is the truth. They were being given reception in a place known as Lampedusa. People that came through illegality, and they went through illegality, and they were being accepted through illegality. Before they stepped their foot down, they marched even pregnant women down. They marched on teenagers and children down just for them to survive. I'm not saying everybody. And such people succeeded in having European documents as asylum seekers. And from there, they moved towards the north, even to so many European enclaves up to going to the land of America. And they have not gone to what we call purification. Academic purification that will make you to become human, not bestial. And alas, you are hearing about freedom of Biafra. They came into Biafran struggle with that spirit. That is the reason why they fight Nnamdi Kanu, notwithstanding the fact that he's an intellectual. Don't we know that Nnamdi Kanu is a professor? Is he an illiterate? No. The same spirit led them to be fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa, especially when Mazi Simon Ekpa was asking us to please allow him to scrutinize the likes of Nelly of Egbu, the propulsor of Idu. Wasn't it what happened? Before you know it, they jumped out from the boat of freedom and started fighting against Mazi Simon Ekpa. And they continued and they inaugurated with that character up till now, fighting against Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, that did the best for us. I want to remind us again that around the beginning of 2021. Only is supposed to have registered with his group, the government of Biafra, but they did not. But when they went to register it, they seized the document from the reach of our Prime Minister, Maazi Simon Ekpa. They challenged our Prime Minister. They seized the document up to date, but thank God, the science between the round table made it impossible for what Onyise registered to be activated. But what Okechukwu registered was duly activated. And that is what gave life to all those things that happened in Helsinki Convention 1 and 2. And what gave birth to the proclamation of Prime Minister, the proclamation of the Brgie, and the proclamation of the Brgie Cabinet, the proclamation of Helsinki Charter, the proclamation of Biafra Ambazonia Charter, the proclamation of what you call the referendum of Biafra. If you fight against Brgie Ogechukwu, you are killing Biafra and you cannot succeed. I speak as an intellectual. Our people should not listen to any rumor. There are many pranks going on, but it is not for people like us. So if you know you have the right for mic, you can speak. If not, let somebody begin, because this is what I wanted to let us understand, because very soon I will be on the way. And let me use the opportunity also to salute the courage of Simon. And Simon, His Excellency, 1 million and 2 thoughts. I can see the likes of Emenike. I can see Eunice. I can see Stella, the lady with 10,000 lamps and exactly electric light. I can see Toti. I can see Biafran Liaison in Malaysia. I can see Nweze. I can see Chima. Oh, I can see Freedom. And
the government are not reaching out to them. And the last time Gento spoke, he said that one of the people giving them, one of the people is Ogenkere. He said one of the people, but he didn't tell you that he's not getting something from the government. That's to show you that the government are actually reaching out to him. So we are not interested in trying to cause confusion. Of course, you are going to get a message from them in subsequent time that they are actually getting resources. Yes. The government, you will get that definitely. Yes. But the government is reaching out. Please. You understand? So if these men are being taken care of, it shows that the government is working. Yes. Even though the fund have been reduced, and that is the effort NGOZI is making to destroy the fund, to make sure that now father and water, so work together about our problem. But the people actually work with the government of Biafra. And that's where the problem lies. So they will go. Thank you for your concern. Bye-bye. And other people will also put mouth. More. All right. What we are saying. Okay. What of the recruitment before you go? What of the recruitment? No recruitment. We are not the recruitment. Criminal recruitment. And anybody submitting himself or herself to the recruitment of NGOZI, you are giving yourself over to Nigerian government. And the whole America, you did it to yourself. The Biafran Liberation Army, father made recruitment in open. For example, you can look and see that now they are which we go to after that work with her. So that means to say she's doing something on her own. And all your man are submitting himself to recruitment of NGOZI. You are submitting yourself to the Nigerian government. And anything can happen to you. So NGOZI is not working for the interest of Biafra. Because, for example, Biafra is a sovereign state. Sovereign state. Are we not supposed to be in Biafra land? I was thinking you were going to say something about that. Because
yes, no, that is a shamble. They are not the sovereign. If we are sovereign, we want to have our passport in one place, and they have our army defend our borders. Our borders are porous.
Okay, what have you heard with yesterday now? Yesterday that now they gave me election for the 40 states. All these things are just to deceive Biafrans.
It's not working. That is not working. And what of the way saw something, and which I was confused. Anyway, thank you very much.
The government in Rugor now, so PMI, and the truth is that PMI got very soon, like I was trying to lay a foundation that now Europe and Africa. Africa, for you to manage that now, only share PM, can they see NGOZI, or can I run area? Also, don't openly, but can I reach out with him? You know, I will move it to Finl. Did you watch that video?
Why not direct now? You know that I do serve Biafra right from Wazirike with my own capacity, money, recruitment, everything.
Everyone, no, work that now. Only a video with me. And I can reach out to all can NGOZI, and they know we are working to him, and all can NGOZI. But he is not obeying those donation. It's not
very bad. It is very bad.
Okay, no, what I get that kitchen as APM. No, how I can in charge. They put no hands. Get joke, you get that. Even get put that self for sitting now. It's like you got that here in our kitchen. One that they mean like that.
Thank God that our angels on the ground are united.
Yes, fully united, and the until that 1st of September, from 1st of September, only share you all have share only open no don't open everything.
One second. There's a news flying. I want you to help that the gentles and those that they have been poisoned, and is it a true news or fake news?
After that thing happen, I just happy because I had because I told me they can't decline this call now. The defense now I just happen. I'm here now.
Okay, thank you.
So God
bless you.
I told him my hair now. So
God bless you.
Anya, the person Hana. So how am I here now? Happen there. Had the hammer just happening. So I name it. I now you may have name it. I have one or Rosma. You talk about all my corner. Have me Hana. So I have me Hana. You talk.
Long live Biafra, long live lovers of truth.
What you don't know is bigger than you. So let us follow it like that. You talk.
He said, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Of people meeting with the PM, she doesn't want to go. Ask her why. She has her own agenda. But then tell it, have the opportunity to even meet the PM one-on-one. He refused to do it. And you know what he does? Anytime anybody can have Finland gas with PM, he doesn't even care about any updates here. Like when I went, for example, I came back. What they was not concerned about updates to the game. Not the concern of line. We must give money. If you don't give money, you are sabo. People are worried. People are worried about this PM one day leave that. But go there here for karate. I will do this, I will do that. A lot. So don't think that I don't like your suggestion. Your suggestion is fantastic. But how can that work when the people are not even ready to give attention to the one that wants us to be together and govern ourselves? You're muted, though. I'm trying to get your mic on the muted. I cannot hear you. I couldn't hear you again. Try and come back in. Amy, why he will be coming back in? Amy, you are here. Okay, he's back in. Amy, hold on. You're back. But I can't hear you. Amy, can you say something? See my fault? Amy, can you try and say something? Amy, deviated he is. He has gone to create another website. Do you know? Are you aware?
No.
So he has got to create another website. And it is called Stealing Our Intellectual Property. Our own website is www.biafrarepublicgov.org. Ogenkere copied another thing and did his own as www.biafrarepublicgovernment. You understand? So if you go to our own website now, Ogenkere is expelled. It is there on the website. He has been expelled. So if he wanted to be an obedient Biafran, he would have listened to the PM who told him, listen to CRC, please mute your mic, don't for it. Listen to CRC because they are the one in charge, because they're the one that made you a PM. He promised our PM that he's going to listen, but he come and he did otherwise. It's a long process. Yes. So we cannot unite with him anymore. The only way we can unite with him is for him to become a normal Biafran that is fighting for Biafra. But in a leadership position, he is now impersonating, and there's no way it can work between us and him.
Who are the people now? Who is who is the person? Since NGOZI is also not working with men on the ground entirely.
Yes.
And then Ogenkere is not cooperating also with the Biafra.
Yes.
Friends and well-wishers, just a second. There is an internet mishap. It's good we reason things philologically, because I believe and I know that for us to understand how government are being run, we need to follow things from the beginning to the end. There is a mishap from internet, and I hope that Almighty Ochukwu EFIK-IBIBIO shall help us to revitalize, what we have been doing, so that people will have understanding.
Every opportunity she had.
Before I end my mic, I would like to recognize everybody here present and also put the melody in musica in order to let the mind of our people to be in the spirit of freedom. And just as I've told our people, I don't interrupt people. If we listen from the beginning to the end, we know who is who. That is what is there. So that our people should not be having shake. There is no need for the spirit of pere. And, this is fight. You can be seen the Israeli military, both men and women, masculine and feminine, fighting to making sure that they liberate themselves from the Hamas and the terrorists. And the world is shaping towards that. Donald Trump, and Russia president. Very, very important. Our people should forget about these people that don't have any qualification in international relations, not even in spiritual. So you will take over the lead as soon as this music of enticing and enthusiasm ends in the spirit of freedom of Biafra. Thank you. It's coming.
Okay, sir.
It's coming.
Biafra lies on an apex on the amount of money you should contribute. They would have said, it's only for those that have a 10 ejema. If they don't need the poor masses. Or it's only for those that say have 100 ejema. They don't need people that don't have 100 ejema. They are discriminating. They don't want Biafrans to contribute. Me, I only have one ejema. I only have one ejema. That is what they would have been saying. That our government is selective. But now our government has said, bring that one EJ and that one ejema. There is no discrimination on the amount of money you should bring. So they want everybody to put down their names. Your name must be in that book of life. Yes, it is book of life, because you are sponsoring your own survival and the survival of your unborn generation. Still, people don't want to respond. I don't really understand what they want the government to do. The government even say, even if it is half a J or half a Gemma, bring it. Or quarter a J or quarter a Gemma, bring it. Yet still, majority of our people are still sitting on the fence and listening to somebody like Ajere without brain. I was just jotting down some points from what he was saying, and that Mumu was responding without even knowing what to ask. This man has opened his mouth to say our angels, they are getting money. You did not ask him how. How are they getting the money? You are just saying yes, yes, yes. What is that supposed to mean? Look at all of them listening to him, and they will fall for this scam. They will fall for this scam. He has attacked our APM, that our APM does not want to cooperate. Where did you see that happening? And he said those that elected him, all sort of things. So it is very, very shameful to still see that our people are falling for this scam. Going there to be listening to someone who doesn't even understand the meaning of His Excellency. And my MID, I don't know if you are there. I wanted to ask you one question before you leave. Are you still there? MID? Oh, he's no more there. Yeah, you see, okay.
I'm here, my sister.
Okay.
I'm here, my sister.
Okay, please, I want to ask you one question, then I'll continue. And I believe that maybe most of us that don't understand the language, I feel that is what happened. Why is it that when that guy asked that Madam Ajere, the trending news, the trending audio that they've generated, why is it that it was difficult for him to answer? Can you please tell the house that? Thank you.
Yes, the video, the record is still there. He deviated. He knew that the guy was trying to nail him down. Instead of answering him, he started deviating by saying, Mama Onowu is this and that. What the man asked him was, you said NGOZI Base is not good. Now you still say that Ogenkere is not good. And our PM is on the hold in Europe. And our supreme leader is on the hold in Africa. Now, who is the leader? Instead of answering who is the leader, then he started saying another thing by saying that Madam Onowu assured them that they should hold her responsible. The record is here. I don't know whether I have answered your question.
Yes, sir. Because right now, okay, the people that are giving us problem are our people that are still going to listen to all these people. And when they go there and listen to them, when they have turned their brain upside down, they will run to this our space with anger. You see, and come to ask us questions so that we give them answer. That is the problem now.
Okay. Let me know if I can see it now. Just wait a minute.
Okay, sir.
So work together have our problem. But the people actually work government of Biafra. And that's where the problem lies. So they will concern.
This man, Joe. Okay, let me get it.
Said something. Now it is obvious to you now, like I've admitted, that the money going to us, they said they are not getting it and it's not going to them. So it's obvious to you that NGOZI is acting in a rogue way, and Biafrans should know that this woman is not defending Biafra. Every opportunity she had to obey the leader of this movement, which is the PM, she rejected it. She doesn't reach out to him, and she doesn't want to obey him, and she's running her own show. So if Biafrans are giving her money, they are giving money to a criminal who is running her own show. It's obvious to that. So how can we work together? Now, I have given you assurance here, and you should know that the men have never complained that the Biafran Republic government are not reaching out to them. And the last time Gento spoke, he said that one of the people giving them, one of the people is okay, he said one of the people, but he didn't tell you that he's not getting something from the government. That's to show you that the government are actually reaching out for him.
Okay, have you got it now, my sister?
Yes, sir. He's claiming he's claiming government, and this is the government that created accounts and gave it to Adaonowu, which Adaonowu said that the money that they will put in that account is not going to the defense. So which government is this boy talking about? Because he's a very small boy. Which government? Which money is what is he even calling government? A committee that have been dismembered from the government is what he's calling government, and something that is outright there that I don't know who said the money that they are contributing is not going to defense. Which defense? This is the Bubago terrorists that they have recruited, and our people do not want to hear word. I don't know what is wrong with our people. Now, this guy has
just have a break. Just have a break.
Only surrounded with enemies. Let's just be grateful to God for what happened. If not, this people killed our PM. I am telling you, to God who made me. We should be grateful to God, because the Bible says all things work together for good for those that love God. God took away our PM so that he will stay where he is and mirror them clearly. There is no, if you look at the cabinet now, they are not even up to 0.5%. After the second coup left, all the remnants left. Now we have people that have the same vision, the same mission, because if you are working with people that doesn't have the same mission and vision with you, you are wasting your time. They will pull you down every time, because they have different interests, and that is what is playing out in coup 1 and in coup 2. Each of them have an interest, and it is playing out one by one, and that is why Ada and the rest have split it, because the interests of the title people are different from the interests of Ada, and the interests of the title people are different from the interests of the people in the space. There is serious confusion, and that is also different from the interests of NGOZI and her gullible followers. And that is why they have seen that this little circle now is becoming stronger and stronger every day. So they must make sure they do everything possible to undermine the effort of our APM, to undermine the effort of Brgie. That is what they are doing. So when they stay, they will cook up stories. As I said before, why didn't they show the video of Angel Michael? Our angel, Angel Makeup, sorry. He has never given us any audio information. It's always a video information. And you will see him speak. You will see where he's, staying to pass the message to us. If you listen to that audio that they've generated from AI, it is very, very slow. I spoke already on this in our King David's program this morning. But let me repeat it here for benefit of those that were not there. The AI generated audio is very slow in speech. Now, if you listen to our Angel Makeup original version of videos you will hear his voice is very sharp, even when he's in a noisy environment. This one, the environment is very calm. So somebody sat on a screen and merged this voice together, just like they've made Donald Trump's voice. So many people's voices have been merged. You understand? Just to make sure that when people hear this, they will say, no, look at what happened to our defense. Oh, they are sick. They went for security meeting. They did this, they did that. When have you ever heard that such a thing has happened before, my people? When did you hear it before? And they told you they went for security meeting. Who had the meeting with them? Who had the meeting? And they said they've been hospitalized. Which hospital? As me and you are in this space now, do you think that Nigerian terrorist government will lay hands on our defense and don't bring out their picture before you even wake up from sleep? Do you think they will know the hospital, or even if somebody had poisoned them, do you think that the people that poisoned them or the person that was in charge of the poison will not echo them and say, come. The deal has been done. They are unconscious. Come and take their picture. Come and pack them into a cage. And then showcase to the whole world that you have taken control of all the commanders of Brgie in de facto government. Won't you see it? It will be trending since morning before you even wake up. That is the point I'm raising here. You see, we have to be very, very smart. And smart in everything that we are. We have to outsmart these people because they have chicken brain. In fact, they have cockroach brain. If I talk, if a cockroach have brain, but still it's very, very useful. That is why if you shine light where cockroach will run. That means the brain of cockroach is working. These people have lost it all. They want to deviate our attention from what is happening in Nigerian terrorism. We are here to expose Nigeria terrorism. That is our goal. And we must achieve that. No matter the propaganda they bring, we must not lose focus. Because you see, Ajere could not answer because he knows that that story is not true. He is waiting for us to counter it. And I know he's waiting for our information minister to come back. Then from there, he will hijack it and say, they told me, you know, we are in charge of the BD. Okay, they claim that they are in charge of the face. Why didn't he answer that boy that question? That would have proven to the whole world that they are in charge of BDF and they've contacted them to know truly if they were poisoned or not, if they were unconscious or not. But that never happened. He dodged from answering the question. And that was why I had to throw the question back to our MID. It's not an answer. So it's not true. It is not true. These people are just here to sabotage everything that we are doing. And we are not going to give them that chance. That is why we have gathered here. We have gathered to nail them and decimate them before we go for a town hall meeting. And I want to appeal to Biafrans. It doesn't make sense for you to come to space and we increase in number, but when it is time for us to fund, we don't see you. We don't see you. Please turn up. No matter the amount that you are bringing, we will accept it. Every time Brgie announces a major diplomatic breakthrough, watch how immediately, how these people will jump out. Certain people will start to spread division. Have you people not observed it? They will start to spread nonsense division. They will start to question the leadership of Brgie and distract our people right, left, center for those that want to be distracted. This is not just it is a coordinated attempt. Because when your enemy can't stop your progress, they send people to create chaos from within. And we have seen it played out on so many occasions. From the accountability, it's not even accountability of 2024, right from the onset of Aonyendu, because those POS, defunct DOS are still intact. They are still working hand in hand with NGOZI. NGOZI, somebody is controlling her handle. And that person makes sure that he or she posts every day what is happening. Just of recent, she claimed that she is the one that wrote to Canada to tag a PDP and APC terrorist organization. Now, she has deleted that part of the story. Why is she afraid? If she's a woman with two breasts in front of her, why is she afraid of that message? She would have allowed it to be there. So anybody that is remaining with NGOZI as of today is a DOS member. And remember that they are benefiting from Nigerian terrorist government. They are benefiting from the blood of our people. That is why they are working with terrorists in Bubago, Odekachi, and all of them. And I have told the whole world that it is not only APC and PDP that are terrorist organizations. All the political parties in Nigeria, they are terrorist organizations. Even the ones that they will form tomorrow, they are all terrorists, and they are the same and one people terrorizing Nigerians, killing Biafrans on a daily basis. They just released one news now that they have captured two terrorists they've been looking for in the world. It is a lie. It is staged managed so that they will get the weapons that they are looking for. I have also tweeted. How many of you that are here have tweeted one thing concerning Biafra today? How many of us here? How many have gone to Twitter handle to tweet something about Biafra today? How many of us have done so? How many of us have gone to the domestic, the local media, newspaper handle and scavenged for news to expose Nigeria? How many of you have done that? How many of you here have gone to click the Give Biafra flag to say something about Biafra today? How many of you have done so? Let us start from our home. How many of us have done that this morning? How many of us did it yesterday? They give flag day is so easy. Click it. That day, we are for Biafrans. Tag all the people. Our information minister has even helped us to write out the social media, the Twitter handle that we should tag whenever we are posting anything about Biafra, so that they will hear our cry. How many of us here have done that today? We have to start from our own selves. You see? So these people are out there. Our PM is in Finland. They will start to ask questions. Why isn't he in Biafra land? Real leaders should be suffering with their people. Have we not heard this happening before? Meanwhile, they forget that Nelson Mandela led from prison. He led from prison. So virtually every successful independent leader operated from safe locations to avoid assassination. You see, and this is what they were targeting. Our PM said he has escaped how many assassinations? Somebody please help me. How many assassinations did our PM said he has escaped? 1 million, if you can remember, or anyone tell me, because my head is very hot now. How many? Who can
Two, twice.
About three, not even
yes.
three.
It's more than three.
Three. Yes.
You see, that is what they wanted to do to our PM, to assassinate him. He has missed more than 3 assassinations because they wanted him to come and lead from homeland. Now our MNK is there in Nigeria with them. What have they done? Instead of them to release him, they will keep on generating what do they call it? Give me the name. I'm not a lawyer. What do they call this thing? Oh my goodness me. What do they call this thing? Who is a lawyer? Who is Madam Key or Minister Betty? Is it not Vedit?
Artificial intelligence. AI.
No. What they've labeled on our Onyendu, the keyword now has escaped from my mind, from my brain now. If they take you to court, what did they say? Crimes, I think. Yeah. I'm hearing that they are generating more evidences against him. 7. Again, instead of them to release him. I have not used the proper word, but you people know what I'm trying to talk about. So this is what I am saying.
Is it the account charges? You know, they used to say
charges.
4 account charges, 17 account charges, 21.
Yes, they're bringing it up again. You see, you know, instead of us mobilizing resources for Brgie, diplomatic work, these saboteurs, as we are trying to gather, these saboteurs, they are redirecting their energy towards endless debate about who has authority, who does not have authority, who is more legitimate, who represents real Biafrans. That is what Ajare and his team end up doing. They are making us to go backward, but we have to go forward. Yeah, our government in exile operates on a limited resources, while our enemies laugh at their own self-destruction because they are destroying themselves, not us. So we need unity. That is what Ojare is saying. We need unity. We need unity. Ask him, are you uniting? Simultaneously, they are undermining the most international successful Biafra organization. All groups should work together. They cry. That is what they are crying every day, while ensuring no group gets enough support to succeed. That is what he's doing. This is real sabotage disguised as peacemakers. You can hear it from the audio that our MID played. We should work together. But Ogenke does not want. He doesn't want to submit just because our APM has refused to release classified documents to them. That is why they are running mad. We will never, our APM will never release any classified document. Now he's saying he created another website. Oh, so they wanted us to fold our hands because that is the request of Musa. Destroy their funding. That is the only aim and objective that Musa has. Destroy their funding. So they felt that by carrying out the blockade on our website, they finally won, according to what I heard, that the periwinkle mouth, pium throwaway mouth, John Europe, that is jumping like a millipede that the head has been cut off, was saying that they will, swift immediately into plan B. And that plan B was to block our website so that Biafrans will not see where to put money and fund their freedom and recognition. But God, who is smarter than them, because before they started, God have already seen them, and God had already made a way out using our APM, telling him exactly what to do. And they've added Stride. Well, I'm going to share it in this comment section. That is the link you have to use. We have the Stride, we have the Zelle, we have the PayPal Biafrans. Use those links and make your submission. Our government has not discriminated. I will yield my mic so that others will talk, as we don't have so much time today. Our government is not discriminating any level or amount of a J or a Gemma that you should bring. They welcome everyone. Free will donation. There is no price tag that you have to donate. They are begging you to the lowest amount, like half a J or a Gemma. Bring it, we will take it. We will accept it. And try and identify yourself with your admin, those of you the de facto. And, align yourself with your admin so that you get updates and know when you are supposed to go out and when you are not supposed to go out. Because our de facto is there to guide you, give you intelligence about your security. I will yield my mic. 1 million, please pick up the mic. Thank you so much, my people.
Hey, happy Sunday. Hey, Honorable, our minister, sir. You decided to host us together. We really appreciate. Thank you very much, Auntie Tutos. You have said it all. Even the video that we just listened to, I mean, the audio, whatever, we have already said it all. For me, one thing is that I just want to send short message to that idiot in Torino. Should tell him that that there's no forgiveness. You understand? The reason why you see me, I'm not always bothered. Whenever you see him deceiving those few people that I always go to and listen to him. Those, if you go there, you find out that they are just up to 29, 25, sometimes 15, 10, 3. You understand? So there's no need. So at least maybe 1 or 2 we just okay. So the reason why I just keep him quiet is that at the end of the day, I just allow them, those of his likes, to continue to be grooming the people that will break their head when the time comes. You understand? Because at least there should be some people that will be the one that they will be the one to break their head when the time comes. Because maybe we will not even have the time to be talking about all those ones, because we have already moved on. That is that for me. For anybody going there, I just see them as the people that they are grooming, they are preparing, that when the time comes, because they are ready. If you watch very carefully now, some of them are asking questions like, that I could not give them. Maybe the next one now that they will come again now. You don't know the way that they will come. So it's just gradual process. So that's why sometimes when I see all those things, I just look at them and laugh. But one thing is for sure, they should just tell him that he will suffer. He suffer. He will suffer. His generation will suffer. That is just the fact. Since he has decided to continue the path of destruction, that destruction is what they will met. They will be met with. And apart from that, it is very, very funny, very, very, very funny, because some people just think that maybe what we are doing is like a joke. I don't know, even at this point when everything is playing before our own eyes. So for me, anybody that is still going to be listening to any of all these people in their platform, I just see them as the people that maybe when the time comes, because as they are busy deceiving them, as time goes on, they will begin to see the reality, and they will begin to ask questions. Then maybe along the line, they will be the first people to, to disgrace them and to break their head. So before, maybe if at all, maybe if it is not enough, maybe the Brgie government will decide and see, okay, maybe there's any way that they have also touched our side, because we know that they have been touching. So then before the Brgie government will take action. So, but I just letting us know that at least the first set of people that will disgrace them are this set of people that you are seeing that is going to their platform. The first set of people that will break their head are this set of people that you see, these few people, these 3 or 10 people, 15, 29, that is going to their platform to listen to them or to talk on their platform. That will be the first people that will destroy them. So before the Brgie government will now give them their permanent location in exile, where they will now relax, you know, and begin to realize their mistakes. So that one is sure. So I don't think I even have anything much to say, but the only thing I will just tell us is that we should continue to do what we're supposed to do. You understand? Because there's nothing like, you know, funding our liberation. Because all this gossip and all this maybe this one say all these things, what they are trying to do is just damage control. What I call damage control, because all these things that he's just trying to do is like, okay, now if you are saying that our APM is not doing, but at least you have heard it. You have heard it from, you have confirmed it from the horse's mouth. What our government is doing. It is our APM. Is it not under Biafran government in exile? Even if our BDF come out and say the reason why they have to mention his name is for those people, those people that those of you that they have been deceiving, you know, for you to understand that it is this same man that these people are castigating, that this same man, the government that he's in charge of, that is, it is under his government that they are still, you know, receiving whatsoever that they are receiving and you know, defending our land. That is just the simple thing. It's not just that maybe because he come out and mention our acting prime minister. It's just for you, that is those foolish ones that does not have brain to reason or to think, to understand. Because so that he will not just come out and say Biafra government in it. Because if you come out and say it is under Biafra government in it, you know that there are some of all these criminals that they have been warned to stay clear from anything concerning Brgie. They are still personating it. You understand? They are still personating the Biafra government in exile, and I know that in due time they will be dealt with. So all these things you see them trying to do is just like a damage control. You know, coming out to try to see if they can, you know, try to win. But you are running around. You are running around the mountain. You are running around. Whereas the same pillar, the same person, without this, you are running around without, you know that without this door, you cannot enter. But you are busy running around, deceiving others, to be running around, deceiving others, running around. But you have refused to acknowledge that it is still our acting prime minister under the Biafra government in exile, that the Biafran Defense Forces and Biafran Liberation Army are defending our land and protecting our territory. You have refused to acknowledge that. So now, what are you trying to say? Who are you deceiving? Can't you listen to? Are you not? Don't you sound stupid? And you know, sometimes when you open this your stinking gutter, you know, it disgusts me, because sometimes I just look at you like a bunch of fools, and that is exactly who you are. You talk like you now people are beginning to understand your foolishness, because too much of I too know, too much of ITK, too much of talk too much. That's your wide mouth like a rotty pants of an old woman that stinks. You don't even have shame. You don't even think anymore before you speak, because you just want everybody to see you like as this. But the only person, the only man that God is using under the Biafran government in exile, gathering the people, uniting the people, making sure that our land and territory are built, making sure that the efforts of our leaders are not in vain, making sure that Biafra is still in existence, making sure that, you know, no matter whatsoever the zoo has already used you people, you know, to do, making sure that the line is still maintained, and making sure that we still remain focused and consistent in whatever we are doing. Then you think that all this your nonsense, there is, look, let me tell you, you will suffer. Your generation will suffer. It shall never be well with you as long as you continue to deceive people, thinking that you are trying to protect, or trying to confuse others, or trying to imagine yourself as a saint, and, you know, still projecting the only pillar the only recognized pillar of the Biafra under the Biafra government in exile today, following under the Biafran charter, following under the Biafran law, and you see the kind of cost that you are bringing upon yourself as long as you open that your media, as long as you open that your YouTube gutter channel, that there in that same channel that you will receive costs that will beside your generation, it shall never be well with you. That is the only thing I will tell you today. But continue. But I rest assure you that you see those few people, those 39, 25 people, they are the same people that will disgrace you. They are the same people that will deal with you before the Biafran government in exile will deal with you, because we know that you have been personating the Biafran government in exile, just like as we have been warned. Thank you very much. I'll yield the mic here to allow others to come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 1 million. You said nothing but the truth. That's it. No mincing of words. Yeah, senior citizen, internet has been kicking you in and out. You grab the mic now before it kicks you out again.
Thank you. I salute all of you. I salute you. Happy Sunday, all of you. And you know, you have saluted all. So let me just follow the already protocol we have. I salute you, MID. I salute you, Tutor. I salute you, Solomon. 1 million. Hardcore is also here. Ancestral Eunice. How can you sue a Biafran? A Biafran suing a Biafran. NGOZI is not a Biafran. What came? Not a Biafran. You see how they lied, the bro. Fine, you guys really go and talk to Emma, because that means that you guys don't even know what Emma is up to, and Ruby. You guys don't know what he's up to. Hearing this from you guys, that means you don't even know where this whole thing started. Because I tell you, just like our brother just said, is this some all of you now will bring their legs all out at the end of the day? Because soon you guys will find out that they've been lying to you guys. They went to APM and told him that we need a card to test the data website. He said, okay. And suddenly they came back again. And now told him that the Biafrans are not funding because they dislike him. Said, they dislike him. Biafrans are not funding. You know, initially when they told him okay, he told them okay. They later now told him okay, we are going to bring out an account that will be used so that everybody, poor APM now went and prepared an account for them to be using. They said no, that this account, that APM must not open it. He must not be signatory to this account. He must not be involved. That is I don't know who that will be involved, and Ruby that will be involved. I don't know who that is part of the coup plotters of 2024. According to our bylaws, he doesn't have right to be there. First of all, talk more of having any position. Ruby, being the part of Nigeria organization, does not have right, according to our bylaws, does not have right to even still be part of the cabinet members. Talk more of having signatory to any account. Do you understand it? You guys want to turn to Nigeria you are coming out from. You want to turn to Banana Republic. You want to become lawless. Because this is exactly where you're coming from. And we have refused. Because we can as well, all of us, go back to Egypt and stay there. But we don't want. That's why we are here, to amend and systemize and fix this new nation, so it will be up to the standard of the first world, or even second, or first. First is our target. So, Emma followers, that is what happened though. Emma lied to you guys, though. He lied to you guys, though. Because by the time they now brought, I don't know, according to our bylaws, two of them are highly disqualified, having any signatory to any account. That's where the whole trouble. They became wild, annoyed, because you see, the target was to collect the money. You see all this money you're collecting from the backyard. A man will tell you the truth, but he wouldn't. Because the money you guys are contributing there is going to settle NGOZI's lawsuit that is coming. Oh. You know, just like 1 million said it. Oh. Hey. All you followers of Ruby and it's you that will destroy them. So we are waiting. We are fast. This week, we are going to get another topic on Nigeria they've not heard about before. So that is pure Hambwadamwanishi. Because you see this one we are talking now. We will leave it for all this their space appliers to do the job when the time comes, and is already right about the corner. Because if our military just come out today and tell them that your money you're collecting in the back from the backyard is not getting to their hands, I'm telling you. In fact, I've had that Isaiah Daddy Oranjo or Remy Juice or one of those three there have also already started telling them that he's waiting to make sure that their money they are collecting is going is going to the military. Even Adauno have also told you guys that the money you're collecting from the backyard is for another thing entirely. That's exactly what happened with Bau Bau. Is really happening, playing out again. In our very before. Yet a lot of people are not getting it. So this week we are about to enter Nigeria's Islamic terrorist Boko Haram government. Only this week that we are about to enter. Prepare, Musa. Get your whipping valve. Get your tissues because you're going to cry this week. Since you have tried already to change our topic and distract us, we will fire you. Thank you, Tutor. Thank you for the opportunity you've given me. And the MID, thanks. Bye.
To make us to weaken our credo. We can never be weakened. It is by reasoning that we get this, not by other means. This is our right. This is our home. This is our right and our destination, and nobody can remove it from us. If you watch what is happening today between Russia and United States of America, respectively, the presidents, you know that those that understands follows the directories. So let me yield the mic to our honorable tutors. We'll be doing it gradually, but when it is time for us to go to the other platform, the co-hosts can bring down the space. But let everybody calm down. That's the reason why I have to leave whatever I'm doing for us to be here. Everybody should calm down and stop listening to those who don't want to follow the truth, but they want to use AI or petegolos or petegolas, or what to call gossip, in order to convince people in following the wrong direction. Let us follow the reality, and nothing more, nothing less. Let me use the mic for now. Pardon me for the way I speak very, very slowly. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I just want to let you know that we have 2.5 hours, and I'm sorry if you are busy, you can do something else, but co-host cannot end this space. You have to be around in the next 2.5 hours, okay? We'll try and keep to time. I'll be calling you gradually to, draw your attention when the time is closed. Bye. And my people, can you guys remember?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
sir.
here. I'm here.
Oh. Okay, sir. Do you remember 2 weeks ago that there was another audio that was generated and still accusing our Commander Gentle the Yahoo that was also trending, and people were kicking against and said this voice is not from Gentle the Yahoo? I think it was something like begging for Biafrans to forgive him, that he's the one killing people in Biafra. It happened 2 weeks ago. So this person that is doing this nonsense is learning work. He just is trying to see if he can use AI to keep on causing confusion every two weeks or every one week. So we shouldn't be moved with all this. He's still learning, just like people that did a photo, what do you call it? Photoshop, Abi? Yeah, something like that. I will say that still learning work. 2 weeks ago, there was, I told you.
We call it photosclerosis.
Okay. In secular room. So, hardcore, you have the mic, please. If you are still the hardcore. Hardcore. Hardcore, are you there? Wow. Okay, since it's not closed, maybe he has slept. He's late.
Okay. Pack well, pack a motor. How about a speak? Not to be fast. But don't worry. 1 million and 1 Nemekenengi. Ancestral Solomon. Oh. Munem MID. Nam. Usutite wekwiwe. Mboke kile otongodo penodum laka. Zitan no ruso. Eweji wennam. Aguba body. I greet everyone. The coconut I broke, my brother is chewing it. Tutor, God bless you. A woman with a golden voice. I know say by now, Vam, and the rest of them will be like, but who is this tutor? Where have she been all this while? Where did she even come out from? Confusion in the camps of the enemy. Because when you feel you are doing much, God is preparing another to do the needful. In the absence of the available, the availability will become available. And that is the doings of the Lord. Without going far, I want to greet everyone here, all protocols duly observed. I want to thank you all. The topic say let's reason together as usual. Yeah, the reasoning and the understanding we have after the 2025 accountability coup plot us. It's as if God used them to unite us, change our thinkability, and reform our reasoning. And sincerely speaking, each time they throw stones at us, we always pick the stones and begin to build ourselves. That's why they cannot break us. They have tried with our acting Prime Minister Mazi Okechukwu. They never succeed. They tried with Akbarawa Sonny, our information minister. That one is no-go area. That one has stone cold. They never succeed. They have tried to apply. No, they have tried to approach a lot of us here who stood their ground and said, never. It is Biafra or Biafra. And that is where we stand. And I want to say, let us be encouraged. You know, it is so painful to see those you are supposed to emulate from, those you are supposed to learn from, those who started the race even before you yourself decided to pick interest. Maybe your interest was because you were listening to them just like someone is listening to me right now. All of a sudden, they got compromised. Like Vam, like Madam Bao. That one don't need to get compromised because originally she came in with a mission. But when you talk about the common families and the so-called doctors and professors that never gone to any school, then you begin to marvel. Are these people really Biafrans by blood? Are they really from a lineage that have anything or that is connected with Biafran lineage? And in that way, you might be thinking, what next to do? And this is what put a lot of people on top the fence, probably some in confusions. But I'm here to tell you today, like our Prime Minister said, that we are going to climb a lot of mountains. We are going to cross a lot of bridge. He said that immediately after our declaration, we are going to face a lot of challenges that we war to defend our land. Is not going to be 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. So do not expect the road to be smooth. So while you are listening to me, you are looking at the attitude of people who are formulating lies. You can imagine now they have gone to they have degraded themselves to the level of trying to change narrative by using AI to concord voices in order to convince their gullibles that is listening to them, that we're listening to them. So what am I saying today is exactly what your pastor will not tell you. And that is what I'm saying to you today, that your faith should be towards that way that leads to your freedom and the freedom of your generation yet unborn. Do not listen to anybody. Do not look by the path of the bush while walking on the trackways, so that you will remain focused, because our destination is Biafra. For the template Ahmadike has handed over to our PM, which is being handed over to APM, which we are all the gatekeepers upholding that the enemy can never steal. That is where we stand. And if you are still by the roadside and you are listening to me, I want you to wake up and dust yourself and stand up like a man, like a woman who is born with the spirit and blood of Biafra. It is our freedom. It is unnegotiable. We are not going to leave it for anybody. Our forefathers, without the presence of technology, without the presence of internet and social media, refuse to let the enemies take over their land. If you want to reason with me as you are reasoning, then you ask and find out and research about Ekumeku war. That is where we have Ekumeku warriors. They will stand the British for more than 40 years.
Speak wisdom to people, my man. Speak, Ekumeku, speak, man. Speak.
Is that my MID?
Go ahead, that's MID.
Yes,
speak with this from 1880s after the death of Christ. Speak word and wisdom to the people of Biafra. Speak,
yes, Lord, yes. So from what I'm saying, you will see that our forefathers have refused to give up. They fought the British, who are coming with bomb, with chakapom guns and all the kind of ammunitions. They fought with bow and arrows, with the spiritual equipment and backers of Ekumeku and the deity we call Ekwensu today. And that is the reason we stand today. That is what brings about the generation that stood from 67 to 70, that gave birth to you and I, that we are standing today. But my question is this: if they never fail, are we going to fail? I am silent so that you will think about it. Our ancestors did not fail. They stood their ground and withheld Britain for 40 years. With all the powers and technicians they have, and all the equipment and weapons, with bows and arrows, with the belief, our spiritual atheism, with the spiritual backup of our forefathers' belief, they withstood them for more than 40 years, till it came to Ojukwu time, who looked up and down and found out there is no help. And Ojukwu decided to spend all that his parents has ever acquired on earth to defend you and I. They did not fail from 67 to 70. Today it is our turn. My question remains once again: are you going to fail? Without a voice of response from anyone, I know the answer is no. The next question is, what is the solution? And as you are thinking about it, I will let you know that God has provided solution for us by giving us Nnamdi Kanu, Ohamadike one of Biafra, through his ministry and speech and preaching, we are able to stood our ground, we are able to open our breasts, we are able to reason, not just like Africans, but like human. When the veins and voice become weak, and he said, I need men. When he realized that those surrounding him are cowards, they are money mongers and they are weak men and they are weaklings, men who cannot confront, men who cannot go to war. He said, I am tired of broadcasting. He said, even if it's a machete and hoe, it is better to die confronting the enemy than to die with my knees begging. That is the voice of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not give up, despite those saboteurs surrounding him. Despite arrest upon arrest. Despite the invading of his father's house and killing of 28 Biafrans, including his pets he called Jack. Despite the death of his parents, despite all the atrocities and everything, all the betrayal and backstabbing from Ejiofor and DOS, he never gave up. Despite the kidnapping from Kenya, bringing him back to continue the judgment that is, you know, he has already won the cases. Despite all the promises they are giving to him, he never give up. There is hope. But the question is this: are you giving up? Or will you give up? When the spirit was failing him and he got in contact with his son, Mazi Simon Ebanjoku, he's the PM of Biafra. And he said, Father, I'm here. You said you want 100. I am 50 among them. Look for the other 50. By the anointing of our ancestor today, you and I complete that 50. That makes up the 100 that Ohamadike is looking for. That is why we are the formidable gatekeepers. That is why even everyone, as everyone is falling apart, we are climbing up and becoming strong and stronger. Building up our strength. You want to know why I say there is hope? Even as our PM is in the dungeon and the hand of the Finnish government who have been compromised by corrupt politicians in the European Union. He never give up. Even when all the Judas and Judases traveled in pretense to go and visit him at the court, hugging and kissing and showing him fake love. With the eyes and the way he looks at them, with that picture, you will know he's not a man who is ready to give up. And I ask again, are you giving up? Are you planning to give up? For the gods must not do for a man what a man must do for himself. The reasoning must not be of what Biafra will do for you, but what you can do for Biafra. As men and women all over the world, we are gearing up to go back to their fatherland when it was highly steaming up in Israel. You see them traveling from Europe, traveling from America, going back to their motherland to defend their ancestral home. That is the spirit of citizenship. That is the spirit of being a Biafran. The spirit is what we ask you to imbibe in today. When I say that we have solution, what again do I mean? Our PM never give up. That was why he was able to bring back the defunct ESN, those who have refused to sell, like others, who are running hectare because DOS and the rest have decided to eliminate them all. He called them back, he wiped their tears, he reintegrated them, Brgie, formerly autopilot, embraced them and say, my children, The duty that the Lord God Almighty has called you must be accomplished. We stand with you. We raise their hand like Joshua raised the hand of Moses. And we say that victory must be ours. The question is, are you giving up? As the lion rose in the wilderness, so our men rise and grow in strength and mighty. Initially, Zoo thought it was a content creation. They thought it's just to gather men on uniform to make pictures to get contribution. But before they realize it, our land becomes so hot for them to bear. You all will remember there was a time that no man in uniform, a terrorist uniform, moves proudly in our streets. There was a time that there was no more checkpoints. There was a time that our mothers and our sisters, everyone moved freely without any threatening. Not until they manipulated the mindset of the British government and the Finnish government to do their biddings and allowed Honorable Fulani to penetrate with her actions, which was filtered and destroyed by the decision of sources and Commander General, including Ogenkere, our APM. These men never give up. When I say there is hope, I remind you that we have 100,000 men and women on ground ready to lay their life for this cause. And we have over 50,000 to 70,000 reserve who are also waiting for a duty call. Nobody is asking you to come to the front line. All they need is your support, spiritually, financially, and otherwise. The question, if they have been in that forest for more than 4 years, battling with mosquito, reptiles, and wild animals, and they never give up, are you giving up? The gods must not do for a man what a man must do for himself. It is a duty call to support motherland. It is a duty call to ensure that whatever Ojukwu has incurred, to ensure that our forefathers' prayers and stand did not fail. Whatever Ojukwu has incurred, to ensure that you and I are alive today as Biafrans. We did not fail them. It is in our hand, and we are blessed that we have men and women who are ready to do the job for us. And right now, as you are sitting down, you have your phone, you can listen to me. Every information is widely open on the earth for internet for everyone to observe, research, and endorse. All you need is to put your hand in your pocket and do the needful. Nobody is coming to help you until you do something that will attract their mindset. That is the onus of life. I'm speaking as the Spirit directs today, and I'm not going to go far because I know a lot of people are waiting. And on this note, I want to thank everyone who is present here, MID. You've done marvelously well, because I've been looking up and down, searching up this phone, my phone up and down. My mind was like, are we not going to meet today? It's not going to be outspoken today. Is there not ground for us to share our ideas once again today? What has happened? Little did I know that the Spirit is also speaking with you. Thank you, the intelligent officer, for what you have done. And before I run it up, I want to extend my greetings to all the formidables, all the gatekeepers. Greetings to our APA, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, the Ajumbamba, one of Biafra land. Greetings to you, Information Minister. You Okokonde, one of our time. Greetings to you, all the formidables. Oh, greetings to you, Mazi General Igwe, Putus on the Triple Star General. Greetings to you, the gentle himself. Greetings to you, NJ Makeup. Greetings to you, to all formidable generals and men and women who have submitted their soul and spirit for this purpose. Greetings to you for those who are listening to me with their phones beside the bed now. For what you have done yesterday, I pray that God will continue to bless you to contribute more. Greetings to you, Chukwuka Biama, for preserving our life and keeping us alive today. For we will never, ever, ever give away the Holy Land for the infidels to occupy. If it's a task that we must come home, who am I to answer the call? Who are you to answer the call? Biafra is a holy land. As long as Nnamdi Kanu never give up. As long as Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stand firm. As long as our Prime Minister is standing firm. As long as Ogechukwu, our APM, said never to allow the accountabilities penetrate the government, we will never give up. And this is where I stand till infinito. And I want to yield my mic here as the Spirit has led. Airborne! 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 And in the end, all must hail Biafra!
Ndewo. Shiania. We are going to stop this one here so that we can join our team live now. Tutors are live. Tutors and MID are live, but we have to join them together. Let's end this one. Good morning from here. If you are listening and you are not sharing, you are not donating, what have you done? Today is our Leaders Day. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now should be on the comment section anywhere in social media today. Good morning from here. Ada Biafra, love you.